How long is the harvesting window in your region? It's usually very short, correct? What if your customer's machine breaks down during harvesting? Are you prepared to service it quickly at that time? To be prepared with spare parts is essential to guarantee fast customer service and maintain the pace and quality of the harvest. As the saying goes, time is money, and any delay in resolving problems can result in loss of productivity and consequently return on investment. Furthermore, by offering an efficient and fast service, you strengthen your relationship with the customer and increase the loyalty to your company. Therefore, investing in a good stock of spare parts is a smart strategy for any business that depends on machinery and equipment. With that in mind, we have some suggestions and considerations to make. First, we should know how to identify any damaged or worn part. To do this, we will provide some guidance on how to access and consult our parts catalogs. Let's go. Open your preferred browser and access www.jeffmaquinas.com/en/. At the top of the main page of our website, click on Restricted Area. Fill in the user and password fields and then click Send. In the restricted area, click on Parts Catalog. Next, as an example, click on Forage Harvesters. Let's download the JFC120AT catalog. Scroll down the page until you find this folder and click on it. When opening this folder, you will have access to the machine versions. As an example, let's download the S5 version with gearbox transmission. Search for the folder relating to the year of fabrication your customer's machine. In this specific case, 2023. Then, from the existing options, always choose the most recent revision. In this case, it is Rev 1. By clicking on this option, you will be downloading the respective parts catalog. Once the download is complete, open the PDF file. That's it. You now have access to the version of the parts catalog you want. With the parts catalog in hand, all we have to do is know how to search for and find the part you want. With the PDF file of the parts catalog open, let's, as an example, identify the rotor knives. If you already have the code on hand, press Ctrl F to access the search field and enter the code. If the code is correct, you will be taken to the part in question in order to view it. If we don't have that code, we'll show you how to identify it. When opening the parts catalog, you will see on the right side the components assembly view of the machine, and on the left side the list of parts corresponding to the image, containing their quantity, code, and description. As a standard, we adopt a display sequence in our catalogs. First, the complete machine, and then the sets or parts that make up that machine. And at the end of the catalog, we will find the machine's optional items. As an example, let's try to identify the rotor knives. On the first page, we must look among the code and image options for the one that should contain the rotor knives. In this case, it would be the image 1, JFC120AT S5 forage harvester. We copy, with the Ctrl-C tool, the code of this image, and then, using the Ctrl-F tool to access the search field, press Ctrl-V to paste this code and click on Next, what will take us to the next image or part of the machine. In the same way as we did previously, we must identify in the image the part where we believe that the desired part is assembled. In this case, it would be the item 1, complete harvester rotor housing. Likewise, Copy the corresponding code, paste it into the search field, and click Next to find. A new page will open, containing the complete rotor housing. If in this image we still do not identify the desired code, we act in the same way and select the image where we believe it contains the desired part. In this case, item 13, complete right rotor. We copy the code, paste it into the search field, and click Next. Once again, we will be directed to another page, in this case the one containing the drawing of the right rotor. In this image, again we must look for the drawing that must contain the one we want, and in this case it is item 7, rotor knife set. We copy that code, paste it into the search field, and click Next. Finally, we reach the desired part, its code and description for ordering. Now that we know the part code, just check stock availability. What if you are a dealer and doesn't have it in stock? Will there be enough time to serve your customer without compromising his harvesting window? That's why it's important to know how to identify the piece and have a strategic minimum stock of pieces for these occasions. At the factory, we continually work to improve the quality of our parts stock and improve how quick they reach you. To achieve this, we have the most modern and efficient equipment for managing and handling parts stock. Robotic systems help separate parts, ensuring speed and greater reliability, as well as tracking until the parts reach you. In the next video, you will be able to see the detailed synchronization of the machine's mechanism through its various components and get an idea of the complexity and stress suffered by the parts that make up our harvester. Below, we have prepared for you an example of a list of interesting parts for your stock, which should help prompt service for your customers. These are wearing parts that your customers will certainly need for immediate replacement. Let's get to the items. Rotor knives set. Its function is to chop with precision and with the least possible effort, ensuring processing with performance and high nutritional value of the silage. Counter knife. Together with the rotor knives, it provides shearing of the material to be chopped, which facilitates the process and guarantees better precision in particle size. If well maintained, this set guarantees cutting with less effort for the machine and quality silage. Base and sharpener stone. The sharpener incorporated into the harvester makes it possible to sharpen all knives simultaneously at the harvest site. Sharp knives require less from the tractor, as well as lower fuel consumption, and guarantee a precise and quality cut for your silage. Flat roller scraper. The importance of the scraper is to prevent the harvested material from curling around the flat roller or accumulating inside the feeding box, thus ensuring the flow of material feeding and chopping. Plus Pro Kernel Processor. Its function is to ensure better processing of the grains during the chopping process, which will release more nutrients from inside the grains and consequently provide quality food for the animals. Launcher set. It has the dual function of assisting in the processing of grains and launching the chopped material. It is recommended to periodically check for wear and replace them if necessary. Spiral bevel gears set. Transmits torque and rotation from the rotor to the feeding box. It is responsible for activating the feeding box and header, that is, all moving parts after the rotor. Roll pins, diameters 5 and 8 by 55 millimeters. They guarantee transmission between the rotor shaft and the pinion. In the event of excessive load that could break the machine, it might break and the transmission stops for protection. Spiral bevel gear shaft, responsible for supporting the spiral gear and transmitting movements to its entire assembly. Driving gear, straight teeth. Z18 transmits torque and rotation from the rotor to the feeding box, that is, it drives the feeding box intermediate gear set. Gear counterpin. It locks the driving gear to the shaft, ensuring transmission and torque. Always use original counterpins. Cut-size gear coupling. Transmits rotation and torque from the spiral bevel set of gears to the driving gear, serving also as a shelter for the machine safety pin. Safety pin, 8.5 by 55 millimeters. As its name suggests, its function is to prevent possible damage to the machine in situations of excessive load. Spring. It guarantees the correct pressure on the mobile toothed cylinder, maintaining the continuous flow of forage to obtain better chopping precision. Header section knife. Its function is to cut the forage that will be moved into the machine during the harvesting process. A sharp cut is very important for the quality of the harvest and the performance of the machine, as well as for a good regrowth of the crop that was harvested. Special Tools Kit. Save your mechanic's time and ensure quality in the service provided by using our special tool kits. Thus, we come to the end of this video training. We hope you have enjoyed it and we look forward to see you soon.